Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Oh, I am who you say I am. Yes, I am who you say I am. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Abigail. God bless you. Pastor Charles, I'll leave over to you for now.
All right. Thank you so much. That was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's a powerful song. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God. Yes, I am. Such a beautiful message. Thank you so much, Abigail. All right. So we're going to do a Kahoot. Now, a forewarning. If you don't have Kahoot, you can download the app. It should pop up. It should be a purple icon. It looks like, okay, good. Yeah, we have about 21 participants, and the max load for this game is 20 people. So it worked out. So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I will be sharing the Kahoot. Forgive me if there's any kind of feedback on my mic. I think that something broke inside of it that might cause a little bit of a weird noise coming from it. So we're going to do Bible trivia. Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. Easy to hard. Well, for some it might be super hard, and some might be really easy. Okay. Neither pastor is playing. Okay. So it's fair game. All right. But if there was a, I don't know, I might participate if there's a really good prize. So, and there is a good prize. Okay. So I will be presenting this Kahoot. Usually there's music involved with it. I don't know if you guys will hear it. Do you guys hear music along with it?
Press the speaker icon and raise the volume faster.
Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, you hearing it now? Okay, it can be kind of an earworm. But so you go into the with the Kahoot app, or you can join. Okay, cool, awesome. We got a person. Yeah, let's go. By the way, it might be helpful. I like that. Please also, we're all adults here, or at least we aspire to be. So please keep the nicknames and the usernames let's just say if your grandmother was searching through this, would she be afraid or like very, very dismayed of what you put up there? So, yeah. Please keep it appropriate and everything. I was a teenage boy once, and I know how it goes. Type in the game pin, and we will start when y'all are ready.
Dr. Charles, I believe I can play this, right?
Oh, you can, if you want. Everyone's open. Open to playing it. So have fun, y'all. It's a Sabbath. It's a divine command to rest and chill, literally relax and chill. So hope you guys enjoy this a little bit of fun this afternoon.
Okay, so last call. If you want to play, please use the link in the chat and then enter the code. If not, we will start.
You're not downloading the app.
You don't need the app. Just go to your browser, www.kahoot.it. That's it. You'll be good to go. You don't need the app to play.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll give you guys one more minute, and then we'll get this show on the road. There we go. Awesome.
Okay, Pastor, I think we can start now.
All right, yeah, let's go. All right. 3, 2, 1, starting. All right.
Okay, Bible trivia, easy to hard. I have not seen the questions, but I am playing. So let's go.
Sweet.
Okay. When was Jesus born? Okay, seriously?
Yep. Might be a trick question. Yeah. 4 BC. It's ironic. Christ was born 4 years before he was born. The reason why was because of leap years and everything, and the previous medieval scholar got it mixed up because he didn't add certain leap years and things like that. So instead of 0 BC or 0 AD, yeah, he was born in around 4 BC. Ironic, isn't it?
Okay.
Right. Ooh.
Yes, I am indeed.
Wow. Nice. All right, cool. Yeah, next question.
Okay. So, was it Elijah or Elisha that was mocked for being bald?
Yeah, it was Elisha. He was mocked for being bald. Remember, Elijah had a full set of hair, where Elisha and I, we had a similar problem and everything. So you better never mock a bald man. Never mock a bald man, otherwise we'll stick some bears on you. Joking a little bit, joking of course. But yeah, I always, when I was your guys' age, I always got it mixed up until, you know, I turned bald and I had to remember the guy's name. So I could threaten people. Oh man. Okay. I see this. I see this. Goodness gracious. All right. Next question.
How many animals went on the ark?
Yeah, 7 clean and 2 unclean. Remember that, folks. I know Sabbath school or growing up, it was 2 by 2. They went in the ark. No, it was more like 2 by 2 unclean, 7 clean animals. 7 per clean animal went on the ark. So, sorry for that gotcha moment. Oh no, we got a new leader. Oh snap. Wonder who the son is. Ooh. All right, next question.
Is Jesus coming again?
This is not a trick question. If someone says false, oh boy, we need to do a Bible study right now. And also spoilers, he is like he's probably coming back. Big time spoilers. Very nice, very nice. Good. I think everyone would get a boost in their points. Yeah, look at that. See, I'm a man of grace. I give you guys some extra points every now and then. All right.
What nationality was Abraham?
By the way, I want to say when I was making this Kahoot, they only had these pictures. So like Abraham wasn't white. Just saying that. He was definitely not white. Okay, so just putting it out there. Don't at me. Oh no! Okay, yeah. Abraham was actually Chaldean. He was not Jewish. The Jewish people did not exist when Abraham was first called. He was a Babylonian from the land of Ur. And according to some studies, he was most likely even a redhead, potentially. If you go into that area, there are some men who do have red beards. Not like me, but they do have some yeah. Anyway, interesting fact.
Yes. Hebrew.
But
he was a Hebrew.
Oh, he became a Hebrew, if that makes sense. Where he originally was from Ur of the Chaldees. And that was back then before the Babylonian Empire became a big thing. That they were in essence the pre-Babylonian. So you're going to say Babylonian just so it makes sense. But yeah, he was a Chaldean. He was the first person of the Israelite nation, if that makes sense. But I would recommend this documentary. It's on Netflix. It's talking about discovering the Exodus. I cannot remember the right phrase, but you can look it up. It's on Netflix, where they do see this statue that may have been representing Joseph, and Joseph had red hair. So it's just interesting. You think, oh, like we think of the Middle East, we think, oh, black hair, and then they also have Arabian skin, where most likely Abraham and all of them during that time they were redheads. So just making their world come more alive, if that makes sense. All right. Next question.
What is the oldest book in the Bible? Why do I feel like this is a trick question?
It might be. It might be.
Oh
yeah, Job. Believe it or not, Job came before the beginning. Genesis means the beginning. Job, according to Hebrew tradition, and I believe some scholarly work, Job, the question about why do good things? I mean, why do bad things happen to good people? Ironically, is the very first book Moses wrote, most likely. So interesting facts. One of the biggest questions about theism and an existence of God is, why do good things happen? I mean, why do bad things happen to good people? And that was one of the first things Moses wrote about. So interesting.
Learning.
Yeah, learning.
Oh, I dropped.
Oh, snap. Hey, don't get competitive. It's a Sabbath, okay? It's all learning. It's all for Jesus, okay? All right. But hey, we're all learning. We're all learning. Ooh.
When
Are you?
2300 did prophecy begin?
This is a proof of your Adventism, people. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh. So sorry. I should not have put the 458. Where, in 1844, you subtract it out of 2300 and everything, you might get 458. But William Miller ran into the same problem. He forgot to add year 0, ironically. So then that's why we went from 1843 to 44. But yeah, 457 is when the decree to build the wall, according to Adventist interpretation, that's when the 2300 day prophecy began. So, yeah, and then we get Jesus in the literal middle of that, and then we get, our redemption and all that good stuff. So, yeah, no shame. I actually forgot what date it was. I knew it was around 457. So, I'm in the same ballpark with a lot of you guys. All right. Oh, Methuselah's coming back from the grave. Oh, boy, here we go. Man. All right. I wonder how old Methuselah really is. I wonder. All right.
True or false? Did Christ die for all humanity?
This is not a trick question. I'm a man of grace. I'm giving you points. There we go. Yes, Christ died for everybody. Everyone that has a body. So awesome. Ooh, now he's got a streak. Oh boy, he's on a streak. Here we go. Nice. Next question. Yeah, who were brothers in the disciples? There may be more than one right answer.
One says James and John, the other says John and James.
Yep. Don't overthink it, people. Don't overthink it. I think there's one more answer. I've seen 11 before. Okay. Yeah, like you're all right. I was just like swapping them. Because if you hear Peter, James, if I say, for example, this is just something with English and everything, where if I say Peter, James, and John, it sounds normal, right? But what happens if I do John, James, Peter? It totally messes with your mind. So I just did that with you guys. So, all right. Yeah, just English, it's weird. English is weird. English is just a amalgamation of like 50 languages. It's interesting. All right. Ooh, someone's catching up.
Daniel, Daniel, my cousin. Be careful, eh?
Man, oh man, I really like the Son and Methuselah's 100-point difference. Oh man. Remember, the quicker you respond, the more points you get, also with Kahoot. So just be aware of that, but be smart with your agility. So, next question. Who were Jesus' brothers in the Bible? Now, by James, the author, I mean the one who authored the book of James, by the way. Ooh, yeah. James the disciple, I believe he was his, James and John were brothers. There was also another James in there, but there is actually a debate scholarly of, was it Jesus' brother, was it not? Currently, there isn't enough evidence to say that the other James was also Jesus' brother. I believe that James is fully independent of Christ. But it's interesting that after Christ's ascension and after his crucifixion, James and Jude, they became very influential church leaders in the early church. Of where it's once their brother died. Now we forget sometimes, oh, Jesus had like family dynamics. Oh boy. Right, he was fully human just like us. Now the other question is, were they stepbrothers from Joseph's previous marriage? Or something like that. That's another debate. You can look. You can read it. You can read papers on it. But James, because of Christ's sacrifice, he became one of the first leaders in the church, as in the whole church, along with Jude. So they became very influential in the church afterwards. So I hope you all are learning. Jesus had some family dynamics. He knows what siblings are like. Oh, snap. Wow, that's a big jump. Oh, man. Wow. All right.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Next question. Right, multi-select again.
How did God speak to people in the Bible?
Yeah. There may be more than one right answer. Yeah. So, okay, good. Yeah. See, just like us, God has to use specific things that we'll understand so that he can get his message across. For example, like if you take a sanctuary class or if you research more into the sanctuary, Dr. Roy Gain up here, for you guys down here at Andrews, he's very well versed in it, where you see that because the Israelites were in Egyptian culture for 400 years, you will see some Egyptian religion parallels, because that's how they would understand what the message in the sanctuary service God was trying to give about, if that makes sense. So with us, God speaks to us in our language, in our culture, and he speaks to us through messengers and prophets and through the Torah. During that time, the Torah was the law of God. So if God came to speak to us today, he'd speak in a language that you would understand and in a cultural way that you would be able to apply. So anyway, God is very sensitive to culture, which is very nice. All right. Oh, snap. Ooh. Sweet. All right. And the next question.
Multi-select. When did Noah leave the ark?
This is a little harder of a question. I haven't heard much talk on it. So. Yeah, first day of the year. If you read the biblical account and everything, Noah literally started from day one. As in he initiated, God hit reset, so let's start over. Where most likely, according to the Jewish calendar, October 7 is the first day of the year in the Jewish calendar. And so based off of that, technically, according to Jewish tradition and everything, according to that, October 7 should technically be the new year, post flood. So I didn't know that until I came across it. I'm like, man, Noah, he had the first New Year celebration. So whenever October 7 comes around, you can always think, it's Noah's maybe potentially supposed to be the new year. We're learning things every day. Oh, snap. But yeah, first day of the year is also the right answer. All right.
What was the age difference between Jonathan and David?
Yeah. This was actually very enlightening for me. Yeah, there was at least a 10-year difference between Jonathan and David. Like, I know when I was going through this, just before this Kahoot, I came across a study and everything where it showed that there was at least a 10-year difference between Jonathan and David, which shows friendship has no age limit. You can be a friend with someone much older than you. And the first time Jonathan and David probably came into contact with each other was during that first encounter with the Philistines with Goliath. And so after that, David was working as a musical therapist in our own modern day with Saul. And so there was at least a 10-year difference, and they were best of buds. So don't hold back a friendship or just based off of, they're too old, they're outside of my realm. No, friendship has no age limit. So anyway, that's the lesson from this question. Man, ooh, people catching up.
Who was Jesus given the Great Commission to?
Yeah, the large crowd of believers. Ooh. Yeah, according to, well, it depends on which gospel account you read. Most likely, Christ gave the Great Commission to everybody, not just the disciples. I should have included Peter, James, John, and disciples because he was technically also talking to them. But the main message I was given across was he was talking to everybody. He was talking to the whole church. Go. Make disciples, baptizing and teaching them to observe the commands I gave you. So you're without excuse. It isn't just, in quotes, pastors. It's everybody. Everybody's supposed to go. Because Christ is with us to the very end of the age. So. All right. No score change? Okay. Well.
Last question, multi-select. Is the platypus evidence of God putting leftover parts together?
Yeah, this is the final question, just to give you guys like a little bit of a alley-oop. Yeah, like this is just a silly question, but it does show, even though you may feel like you're just put together and you're just feeling like leftover parts, God still has a specific purpose for you. You have a specific purpose for your community. You have a specific purpose for your family, and that is to be a blessing to everyone, regardless of how you look, regardless of how you feel like you're put together, regardless of anything. If God can create the platypus and use it in nature, God can definitely use you no matter what condition you may feel or be in. So I believe that is it. Methuselah comes out on top. You won the aid. Oh wait. Oh sorry. Oh. All right. The sun is on top. Oh man, well that was fun, guys. If you're in the top 3, please message Dan your contact info, and you will receive your precious gift from the heavenly storehouses for you. So this was fun, guys. Kahoot, if you guys want to do more of it, you can look it up online. There's other methods of doing it. But I had fun, guys, with you. So I hope you learned something, like Abraham was a redhead. And so you guys have a good one.
Thank you, Pastor. Okay, just a reminder that we will be taking anonymous questions throughout the program. I'm going to leave the link in the chat again. It's anonymous, don't worry, nobody will see your name. There's no place to put your name. So please ask any question you want, and the pastors will be answering these questions. Obviously, biblical questions or different things like that. It could be questions about faith. Honestly, any topic you want, as long as it has to do, obviously, within the frameworks of our faith.
Okay, I believe it's time for the next group activity, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
So our next group activity will be with Pastor Junior, Pastor Benzor, I believe. So I believe Pastor Benzor can elaborate or enlighten us a bit on how we can go about it. I wanted to play a transitional music, but it's not working. It's not working for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, so I'll leave it up to you.
Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. All right. So we're going to be doing this activity called the three story. And basically, this is how it works. It's very simple. So the three story has three composites. The first one is my story. You share your personal, the funniest story that has ever happened to you. The funniest thing or the funniest situation that ever happened to you in your life. That's the first thing. You do that for only 2 minutes. Then the second thing is his story. The his story is about finding a connection of your story to that of Jesus Christ or a biblical example. It could be a parable or any thing that happened in the Bible. And then the final thing would be, and the final thing would be their story. Their story is the takeaway, the application of your story that has been connected to Jesus, the outcome, what you want people to take away. So it is 2 minutes each, my story, his story, and their story. So you just have to think about the funniest thing that has ever happened to you. Let me illustrate an example. Okay, so I got something. Let's say this is the example. In 2010, I had an admission into Valley View University in Ghana to pursue theology. And when I was there, that was the first time I got to hear about Facebook, the social media, the popular social media platform. So I went to the computer lab. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have a laptop in my dormitory or my hostel. So I went to a computer lab to open a Facebook account. And whilst I was there, a very nice, pretty lady came to sit beside me. It feels good when, a lady keeps your company. So, we started interrogating, having interactions here and there. Wow, I was so excited. She happens to be one of the few people that I got to talk to in my first year. And she assisted me to open my Facebook account. She did everything for me. She seemed to be very good. I told her I was a theology major student. So after the conversation, she was like, "Oh, Pastor AB, sorry, she didn't even know she didn't call me Pastor, she called me AB. So she left her handbag with me and said, she's going to cafeteria to get some food because it's Friday and it will be closed by noon, by 2 p.m. So she asked me to keep her bag for her. And I was like, oh, good, you can go and come. That's fine. And whilst I was there, I remembered I had done some washing in the morning. You know, in Ghana, we don't do laundry, you do your manual washing, physical washing. So I did my washing. And quickly, I remembered it was drizzling, so I had to go back to the dormitory to grab those things that I hung outside. It was summer, and bring them inside to my closet. So quickly, I ran back to the dormitory to do that. But I forgot I had a lady's handbag with me. It was still stuck on the table. I came back, and when I came back, she was already back, and she was like, what happened? I checked my handbag, and there's my money inside is 25 Ghana cedis. It's lost. I can't just find it. So I don't know what happened. What did you do? Did you steal my money? AB? Would you do that to me? I was like, oh no, I was so innocent, I was just a tiny little boy. Oh no, please, sister, please, I didn't do that. She embarrassed me. She took me out and disgraced me, and almost the whole computer science department, everybody came out to see who this person, Chief, freshman Chief APS. I was disgraced, but God being so good, I had a Nigerian friend. His name is Wale, and he was in my dormitory, and he knew I was a very good, gentle boy. So he came to plead that they should leave me alone. So anyway, so they left me, but unfortunately, they checked my wallet, and I also had exactly 25 CDs in my wallet. What? That was a very coincidence. But finally, I had to give the money to her. That was my own money. I didn't, steal the money. Fast forward, in about 4 or 5 years' time, I was done with undergrad, and I was sent to Takrady to be a district pastor. And can you imagine, this lady happens to be my church member. I was preaching and she's there. And this lady was sitting right in front of me whilst I was preaching in the church. It's something that dawned on me. But this is the connection, his story. The historic part is that I'm going to do that in brief. Um, I can connect that to that of Jesus Christ, how they lied on him, not only Jesus, but Joseph, how Joseph was they lied on him. So in my case, I was kind of like a spiritual Joseph. They lied on him, they took him to prison. He went through all this kind of difficulty to the even a point of even execution, but finally God brought him back from the grassroots, from the whatever prison to palace, and it was a magnificent blessing. Now let's go to the third part, their story. This is the application. We are all spiritual Joseph. God is a great rewarder of every act, every deed. God is a great, He's going to do the vengeance. He says, vengeance is mine. We need not to fight our own battles. Leave everything to God. Forgive, just like Joseph, and the Lord will bless you. Amen. So, thank you so much for enjoying my story. I would leave this for Josephine to take us to the breakout rooms. We will be in 3 groups per room, and then you have 2 minutes to share your story. My story, 2 minutes, and then his story, another 2 minutes, and their story, 2 minutes. So every individual has 6 minutes. Time it. So 6 minutes, 6 minutes, 6 minutes each. Together we have 18 minutes in our breakout rooms. And when we are back, every group will present one person who gave out the best, funniest story, and then they will share on the platform before we go to the final activity.
Solomon, if you're able to, could you please make the breakout rooms, because I'm not the host. so I don't have the action to do that. Please.
So I'm just making you the host right now. Just go ahead and do it.
Okay, so I'm going to make 3 rooms. It's random. And please enter the room. If you don't want to participate in this, hopefully you do, remain in the main session because we're going to come back.